Dreaming of a 6-night getaway to paradise? Escape to the islands of Tahiti and Moorea with Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. This all-inclusive vacation package is designed to take you to a tropical haven, starting with non-stop flights from Los Angeles or Seattle to Tahiti. From the vibrant cabins to the warmth of our Polynesian crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. Your package includes luxurious hotel stays, ensuring that your experience is as comfortable as it is enchanting. Start each day with a delicious Polynesian breakfast, enjoy exciting excursions that showcase the beauty and culture of the islands, and take advantage of convenient transfers that make your trip seamless from start to finish. All of this begins at just $26.95 per person. Whether you're looking to explore crystal clear waters, unwind on pristine beaches, or immerse yourself in rich Polynesian culture, Tahiti and Moorea offer endless possibilities for both adventure and relaxation. Call 1-877-468-2448 now to book your Tahiti and Moorea escape.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers Stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens. Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Top of the morning to you, Rockaholics. It is a glorious Tuesday.
Okay.
Steve Migs, there are so many Christmas lights still up in my neighborhood, and I feel like maybe there's some sort of like a last man standing competition going on. I don't know.
That's funny because there's a couple of our neighbors that still have theirs up, and it's the elaborate ones, and I think they're trying to get the most bang for their buck.
I even saw 3 Christmas trees through the windows today. Like, people are holding on.
Do you have all of your stuff out?
It's done. Yeah, we're done. Of course, there's always a few stragglers. You know, you forget something and you find, oh, yeah, we got to go pack that up. So there's a couple decorations sitting on our table that need to be put out in the box.
We finally I took ours down during the Seahawks during halftime. I was like, I'm going to go outside and take down all of those, the minimal amount of lights. But, dude, one of the things I had the tough talk with Tatum, I'm like, we got to get rid of the Grinch and Max. She's like, why? You know, like with the big inflatable ones on our front lawn. And so I was going to put them back in the box and we'll save them for next year. I was like, they got to go. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because as I picked them up off of the lawn, underneath them, it was like a slug infestation.
I love slugs.
I'll bring you them. They're in my garbage right now.
No, they're not. You put them in the garbage?
The inflatables?
Oh, the slugs.
Well, the slugs are still on it.
Oh, you didn't take them off to put them back in the grass?
There was so many of them, like these little mini ones.
I love them.
They're not like gnomes.
But I love slugs. They're so cool.
Come over and take them.
I will.
They're available.
Oh, they ruined the garden, Sarah. They're not good.
It was the gross. At first, I thought it was just like little clumps of dirt. And so I tried to like flick it off to clean it. I'm like, that's not dirt. That's a slug.
So then next year you just have to reinvest in your inflatables?
No. I'm willing to throw money away when it comes to, I mean, dude, it wasn't even like a couple. It was like, I would say close to like 50 on each of them.
Oh, no.
It was insane. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
We're going to drive by Steve's house next year, and he's just going to have inflatables on his roof.
I already told my wife, the inflatables are going on the porch.
Yes.
They're not going on the grass. Plus, it killed the grass. The grass looks like ass. Like the whole... I'm anti-inflatables now. I used to be pro-inflatables.
Maybe you should have kept them up all year round. You would have never known the slugs were living under there.
They would just live happily ever after?
Yes.
Oh, it's awful.
Well, a shout out to everyone who's keeping the Christmas spirit alive still. And let's inform the Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Today is National Pass Gas Day.
It's like your day.
You know what? I've changed. No, I'm not going to do it to you guys.
I don't know if you were going to stand up and just let one rip.
Rip it out.
The way that you almost stood up, I was like, what's happening?
I discovered something that most people discovered for most of their life.
What?
Probiotics.
Oh, you're taking them now?
It helps.
Really?
I've been farting less. Even my wife noticed it.
I'm so happy for her.
I'm so happy for me, so I don't have to get yelled at every day for just dropping bombs. But you know what? Since today is National Pass Gas Day, I won't do it. But let's go back to like 20 or so years ago to one of the greatest moments on television. I don't know if you remember this. There was a group of ladies doing yoga live on television, on some television show. And well, the leader of the yoga troupe, let's just say she stretched a little too hard.
And pull your forehead in. Grab hold to your shins and give yourself a rock up. Okay, let's...
That she just falls over because she couldn't handle it.
Okay.
And that right there is the reason why my wife never let me go do yoga with her.
No.
I tried. I was like, I'll try it. Sounds like a good idea to get a little bit more limber. And she's just like, no, you can do it on your own, but you are never doing yoga with me. You know, he's not going to be doing yoga with the Seattle Seahawks. It's a terrible transition. But Ryan Grubb has been fired. I don't know if you heard about it. Offensive coordinator after one season. Very interesting that after one season, Mike McDonald was just like, look, we have different visions on the team's offense. Makes me wonder, though, did you not know what his vision was before you hired him? Or are you just not happy with how things turned out? Do you think a different offensive coordinator can help with the offensive line? Who knows? But we'll chat with our good friend Mitch Levy today at 7:20. He's feeling better today, so he'll join us to chat about the firing of Ryan Grubb and also what's going to happen with the Seahawks during the offseason. And we'll do that at 7:20. Mitch, of course, has a great podcast, MitchUnfiltered.com.
There is an aggressive owl that has apparently been dive-bombing visitors at McCollum Park in Everett. Snohomish County has even been posting warning signs about this owl. So they say this is not a very common thing. It's very rare for an owl to attack a person, but it happens mostly at night or early in the morning. And if you hear the hoots, that means they could be getting ready to attack.
Oh, if you hear the hoots.
If you hear the hoots.
Actually, we do have audio somebody posted on TikTok of being attacked by an aggressive owl. Do you want to hear it?
Of course.
Okay, let's...
Okay, no, that wasn't it. Sorry, wrong clip. Have you ever been attacked by an owl? I think if anyone on the show has been attacked by an aggressive owl, it would be you.
We see them quite a bit on our property and in our woods, and we hear them a lot. Like they kind of do like a song together. It's so cool. But I've never seen one like dive bomb a person.
Never an owl, but I definitely have been attacked by a bird before.
An aggressive bird.
In Dallas, Texas, when I went to go see MXPX. It's the most random story ever. But I was trying to meet MXPX, and they had like their tour bus, and they parked underneath like a power line, and there was like a crow that had a nest that was defending its kids.
Crows don't mess around.
They
Dude,
don't.
It was dive bombing everyone that was standing outside the tour bus because they were too close to the bird, and we were just like you could not walk down the street without it almost getting you.
Well, Danny, just so you know, officials are recommending waving your arms and covering your head to deter any bird attacks. So there you go.
I definitely was doing that.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the crows. I think I've had like a pigeon get a little too close, but I'm more nervous about them pooping on you.
Oh yeah.
Than anything else.
Oh yeah.
Dive bombing owls. Hey, as far as Kraken last night, they lost what I like to call the Migs Cup as they took on the New Jersey Devils. My two favorite teams went head to head. Jacob Markstrom in between the pipes was just incredible in net, but man, that was kind of frustrating. The Kraken are just not playing all that great. They lost 3-2. Up next, they're off to Columbus to play the Blue Jackets on Thursday. As far as weather, 48 degrees. It's going to be sunny today. The DMDs, or rain, who knows, with this crappy weather. The DMDs brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
A guy in Illinois was redoing his parents' bathroom when he ripped out some drywall and ended up finding an old Christmas gift that was tucked into the wall with his name on it. His name is Tim, and here is that moment.
All right, so we're redoing this bathroom for my parents. This is inside the wall. And look what I find. That's my Christmas present.
Wow.
Like so many parents do, they apparently had hid it back in 1978 and forgot about it. So what was the gift? We're going to chat with Tim and find out all about it at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
The brand new Grand Casino in Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino in Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
A construction contractor in Illinois discovered a decades-old Christmas present that was addressed to him that he never received as a child while helping his parents with a home renovation. His name is Tim King, and he joins us now to talk about this wild situation. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great, dude. I saw your story, and I'd love for you to share with our audience because I was like, I'm reading this. I'm like, there is no way this has actually happened, and it's just what a fun, incredible story to hear about.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I pulled it out of the wall. I'm like, what are we doing?
So you found an old Christmas gift that while you were trying to help your parents with like a renovation that was inside one of the walls of your home that you grew up in.
Yeah, so I'm a contractor here outside of Chicago. We do bathrooms, basements, things like that. And was redoing a bathroom for my parents. And before we closed up the drywall, I better look in there and make sure we didn't drop anything in the wall or anything. And there it was in the corner. So I fished it out and it had my name on it. It was insane to me, but...
And also just the wrapping paper, that was a trip back in time.
Right? How amazing. That was one of the coolest things, yeah.
So then you open it up, and what was the toy?
So they're Matchbox Thunder Jets, which is like a Matchbox toy. It's really, really cool. I'm sure I would have been thrilled to have had it back in the day. And obviously, I still am. I think I'm going to save these, maybe wrap them up, give them to my kids for their kids.
That's awesome.
It is a timeless.
Well, I think about like now being a parent, like because our daughter, her birthday is in December, and then of course Christmas is in December as well. So we end up like spending several months like just kind of randomly buying things and hiding them and stockpiling stuff for.
Right.
And I'm always like, did we make sure that we wrapped and did we get everybody did we get every gift that we already purchased? Because sometimes you're like, oh crap, we bought something, but it was hidden in the closet.
Yep. Yeah, and so my parents wrapped the stuff for my sister and I, and they used to stash it in the attic. So I think that's what happened. It got pushed, to the back of the attic and then fell down between the walls.
Wow. Do you remember wanting this gift? Like when you were growing up, was it like a gift that you were hoping to get and then you didn't get it and you're like, man, what the hell, Santa?
You know what? I'm sure I would have been super stoked with it at the time, but I don't remember asking for much. Your standard stuff as a kid, but yeah, I'm sure I would have been super thrilled.
So, Tim, you obviously shared this nostalgic find on Instagram and got all of this attention when you shared the video. Has anyone given you any idea of what that toy might be worth in 2025?
I looked it up, and then somebody actually had a really great comment on Instagram. They said, it's worth tens of dollars.
Yeah, I guess for half a second, I'd be like, let me check eBay. Maybe this thing's worth a lot of money.
That's exactly what I did. I'm like, oh, sweet. Gave my mom a hug because I had to wait till she woke up to open it. You can't open gifts without mom.
And did mom remember specifically buying this toy for you?
No. Just, they're not young anymore. And this was, a long time ago. So, no, she did not.
And I don't know, maybe I'm asking a question that you don't have an answer to, but like, you know, you got a ton of comments, ton of likes on social media. Did anybody then start sharing? Like, sometimes that triggers nostalgia. Like, I think about like, oh, I wanted a Godzilla toy, my parents didn't get it. I was mad at Santa. Did people share stories of like gifts that they always wanted, or gifts that they always were excited about? Like, I just feel like something like this, I know for me, like reading the story was just like a very cool, like feel good nostalgia type of a story.
A lot of people had comments like that. There were a lot of really funny comments because I posted the video of it wrapped, and then I had to wait till my mom woke up, and then I posted another video of opening it. And a lot of people were guessing when it was, you know, before the second video, and some people were guessing, you know, like everything, Matchbox cars, you know, anything. But somebody said, I hope it's not a puppy. Right?
I'm sure glad it wasn't that too, Tim.
Oh man.
Yeah, me too. I'm telling you.
Well, what a fun story.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for sharing with us. Because I would give anything to have that experience of like a Christmas time capsule. What a cool day.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Rock on, Tim.
Be good, guys. Later.
206-803-ROCK is our number, and we want to know from you, Rockaholics, what was that one toy or gift that you will never forget?
Godzilla.
Godzilla?
It was so cool, too. He just like hit a button on the back and he spits fire. I mean, it's just like plastic fire comes out of his mouth, but I thought it was the coolest thing. I never got it.
Oh, you never got it?
No.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah. What was maybe the toy that you wanted but never got? Rockaholics. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Beastie Boys.
The Daily Migs Show.
What was that toy or gift that you will never forget? Or maybe the toy that you wanted, but you never got? Give us a call now. Shoot us a text, 206-803-ROCK. Jason in Yelm, what was the toy that you will never forget?
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up, Jason?
So I must have been about 11, somewhere right around those age. My dad got me the G.I. Joe Space Shuttle System giant toy.
Yes.
It was so awesome. I'm telling you, man. It was about 4.5 feet tall when you cranked it all up, and it took him about 19 and a half hours to put that thing together this morning. It was like Dad 101. He always came through.
Dude, that is so awesome. Just listening to your story, it just brought me back to being excited about those G.I. Joe, like the figures, and then also like the space station, all that. And I'm like realizing, oh crap, for my daughter, it's Paw Patrol. It's the exact same thing, only it's instead of G.I. Joe, it's Paw Patrol.
It was to this day. I'm 45 years old to this day, and that is the best Christmas gift that I've ever got. So a shout out to my pops.
That's awesome.
Right on, Dad.
Did I ever tell you the time that I got in trouble with my parents because of my G.I. Joe action figures?
No.
So my buddy Chris and I, we were a little twisted, and we decided to create, like we would always just create little worlds. And like, I remember I had a bunch of like those Coca-Cola bottle, like the 2-liter bottle, those boxes they would come in. And so my mom was just obsessed with Coca-Cola. So we had all these cardboard boxes. So we created like a little homes and little worlds. And then one time we decided to make a brothel for the G.I. Joe action figures.
It's lonely out there, okay? It's lonely out there for a G.I. Joe.
And all the female G.I. Joe, like, you know, what was it, like Jinx, and I'm trying to think of who all that, Baroness and Scarlet and Lady J, they were all the...
They all sound like they belong in a brothel with those names.
Jinx is a minx, baby, and Baroness, forget, she was like the madam. Yeah, and so like we made little beds and little like hideaway spots for them to kind of get it on.
How old were you?
I mean, we were like maybe 8. No, I'm kidding. We were probably like 15 or something stupid like that. We were, you know, teenagers thinking this is so cool, and we create these little scenarios, and then we'd have to go in the back room and have sex until my mom overheard us doing this, and she took all those cardboard boxes, threw them away, took all of our G.I. Joe action figures, told his mom. We were in so much trouble for this, but it was hilarious.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know why we thought that would be cool and funny, but there we were.
It would make for a good story someday, and here we are.
Somebody said one year, my older brother and I, we raced downstairs, and Santa had brought us every single He-Man and She-Ra thing, and also the castles as well. They were all set up in full battle scene mode right in front of the tree. My mom slept until noon that day while we played with our toys from our friend Rose in Tacoma.
Oh, that's awesome.
What about you? What's the one toy either you remember or you always wanted to get?
Okay, so there was this dog called Scamps.
Scamps?
Scamps?
With a Z?
With an S.
Okay.
Scamps was this little brown and white dog, and it had like a leash that you would attach to it. It was like a hard plastic leash, and when you rolled Scamps on the ground, it would like pop up and down, so it looked like it was like hopping and walking.
Okay.
And that was the greatest, because I wanted a puppy so bad, and my parents never got me a puppy, but I did get a Scamps.
Well, you turned that around with animals in your home now.
See, look at me now, Mom and Dad. I can have as many dogs as I want.
I'm looking it up, and it's creepy.
It's so creepy.
It looks like the dog's not really living.
It's really creepy. It has very soulless eyes.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. And it had a little, the theme song was Scamps, You Walk Away With My Heart.
Wait, they had a theme song?
Oh, yeah. The commercials were great. I don't know if you can find it on the interwebs, but there was great commercials.
Did it bark?
Wanted to go where I wanna go, just think you ought to know.
Terran's face.
You walked away with my heart. Meet Champ,
Also the
walking
little
cuddle puppy. You can put him on his leash and he's ready to walk and
my
talk.
goodness.
It does
Take him
bark.
off and he's yours to cuddle.
the little girl kind of looks like a little Terran.
It does. Maybe it is Taryn.
You walked away with my heart.
Oh my God, I'm going to cry. I love Scamps so much.
That's funny because my buddy Chris and I did a version of it where we called it Tramps. And I'm kidding.
Rockaholics, how would you like a
Scamps?
shot? Yes.
Scamps the dog. Do you still have it?
No. Oh, no. I'm sure. I wonder what it would go for on eBay, though, if I did a vintage
Tens
Scamp.
of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
Yeah, I wonder if you could buy that somewhere. Why not?
I mean, you guys already have real dogs now. I think you're good.
For you, Sarah.
Oh, just for $105, you get a Scamps.
That's a steal, I bet.
The walk-in cuddle puppy.
You guys, it was a revolutionary toy from my childhood.
Man, that's for a used one.
Oh, my God. Rockaholics.
Why'd you go, ew? What do you think people are doing with Scamps?
I mean, it's called Scamps. I don't know. And it's a dog that, moves and talks. I don't know. I don't want to know, but I don't want to use one.
You know, I know your husband has allergies. This would be a great alternative
That's
for
true.
George.
George could walk around Mercer Island walking his Scamps cuddle puppy.
Police called immediately.
Rockaholics, how would you like a shot at beating Steve? Check out this record of 2025. 2 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Escape to paradise with a relaxing 6-night stay in the iconic islands of Tahiti and Moorea. Enjoy an all-inclusive nonstop flight to Tahiti from Seattle or Los Angeles on Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. From the vibrant cabins to the warm and welcoming crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. This dream getaway also includes beautiful accommodations, excursions, daily breakfast, all transfers, and more, starting at just $26.95 per person. Call 1-877-468-2448 to book yours today.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Dustin from Bellevue is. Dustin, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning and Happy New Year.
Good morning.
Happy New
Year. I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Dustin has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
If there's lots of potential, you are told that the world is your what?
Oyster.
Correct. Similar to ants, what is a group of caterpillars called?
Pass.
What NFL team recently fired their offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb?
Seahawks.
Correct. If you were born today on January 7th, what zodiac sign are you?
Aries.
No.
Libra.
No.
Cancer.
No. You can find a pommel horse in what sport?
Gymnastics.
Correct. What animated movie is about a culinary rat who inspires to be a chef?
Ratatouille.
Yes. Frankfurt is the capital of what U.S. state?
Frankfurt, Virginia.
No.
West Virginia.
No.
Pass.
Who won the first season of American Idol?
Ooh, was that pass? Carrie Underwood.
No. Norman Bates is the villain in which Hitchcock movie?
It's at the Hook Motel.
Gosh. Dustin! Hey. You know, you got 4 correct.
It sounded like more.
Gosh.
It felt like more, Dustin. I don't know why, but it felt significant.
That's what she said.
Yeah, right.
That's what they say to make you feel better.
I know that you're significant.
We're going to cause some trauma this morning, guys.
It felt like more. Steve?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Before I do, big shout out. I want to dedicate, hopefully I win, but I want to dedicate today's Beat Migs to our good friend Easton. It's his 12th birthday today. His mom, Jenny, hit us up. Jenny's the best, and Easton is a big fan. He loves to do a Sarah impression while playing Beat Migs, and it's just an awesome kid. So
I
happy
love
birthday,
that.
Easton. Today's game is for you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Easton. You also have a same birthday as my mother and my mother-in-law. So happy birthday to the Cathys as well.
gosh.
Wait, your
Big
mom
day.
and your mother-in-law on the same day?
Same day and same name.
And Easton?
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
It's a busy day.
You better win, dude.
I know. No pressure.
All right, well, you ready?
Oh, yeah!
If there's lots of potential, you are told that the world is your what?
Oyster.
Yes. Similar to ants, what is a group of caterpillars called?
An army?
Correct. What NFL team recently fired their offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb? Or Groob? I don't know.
Grubb.
Grubb. I was
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's the
Phew.
Seattle Seahawks.
Wow, how'd you know? If you were born today on January 7th, Easton and the Cathys, what zodiac sign are you?
Easton and the Cathys. I don't know. Sagittarius?
No.
A Capricorn.
You do know, yes. You can find a pommel horse in what sport?
Oh, the guy with the glasses. Gymnastics.
Yes. What animated movie is about a culinary rat who inspires to be a chef?
The bear?
No.
Oh, wait. Ratatouille.
Yes. Frankfurt is the capital of what U.S. state?
Germany.
No.
Yeah. Kentucky.
Wow, yes.
Yeah, kiss
Who
my
won the
tush.
first season of American Idol?
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. Norman Bates is the villain in which Hitchcock movie?
Psycho.
Wow, correct. AC/DC released Back in Black in what early 80s year?
1980?
Wow! Mr. Migs, you got a perfect 10 for Easton.
Let's go.
Which is a win, 10-4. Sorry, Dustin.
Oh, got stumped.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Happy birthday, Easton.
And they stay there.
Wow, you were perfect.
And the moms.
And the Cathys.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Wait, so they're both named Kathy?
C or K?
Both Ks.
Both Ks. And both same birthday.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Isn't that weird?
Do you guys have the same mom?
Oh my gosh, Danny, don't even put that out there.
Wait a second.
Stop.
Is George your brother? Did we just find out something new?
Wow.
I hate you all.
Only 2 days into the new show.
Wow.
Well, congrats on your perfect 10.
That was very impressive, honestly.
That felt good.
Day 2, perfect
Day 2,
10.
got it out of the way.
Rockaholics, you got your work cut out for you this year. By the way, happy 20th anniversary to the Men's Room. They have been on the Rock of Seattle for 20 years this year. So we want you to join in on the celebration by checking out the 20th anniversary lager from Black Raven Brewing Company. And Ryan brought a can in yesterday.
There's some in the fridge right now.
We should sample it.
We should. It's the best way to celebrate the Men's Room's anniversary of 20 years on the Rock. What better way to do that than by drinking beer?
And of course, a portion of the proceeds from every beer sold goes to our 3 local Fisher houses. You can find it at Fred Meyer and in QFT stores right now, Rockaholics. More info at KISW.com. What would you say is the most inspiring sporting event you have ever attended, Steve Migs?
Inspiring?
Besides your own wrestling matches.
Well, that's sports entertainment, so I don't like your tone whatsoever. But I mean, me being on AEW was pretty cool.
That was pretty dope.
I'd have to say, I mean, truly the greatest one has to be the tip for the Seahawks, the game that ended up leading when they beat the San Francisco 49ers and then in turn went to the Super Bowl and won it. I mean, I'm torn between that one and then the next year I was lucky enough to also be at the one against the Green Bay Packers with that insane comeback. But the tip, man, I almost flung my wife down like a couple of aisles because I got so excited. I picked her up in the air and I was like, we were just crying and celebrating. That was so awesome.
That's insane.
Yeah.
206-803-ROCK. We want to hear what it was for you, Rockaholics. What was the most incredible sporting event you ever attended? 206-803-ROCK. And there's one member of this show that just experienced what they say is the most epic sporting event ever. And it's super random. You're going to hear what happened after AC/DC.
The Daly Migs Show.
What was the most epic sporting event you have ever attended? 206-803-ROCK. We want to know because while in New Mexico, Danny and his daughter Lily went to a Lobos basketball game.
Yeah.
And the ending was pretty epic.
6 seconds. Here's 10. Spinning. Falls. And he gets it.
No, if you watch this clip, and I saw it, and I kept watching, he's on the ground, like helping set up a play that's about to win them the game.
Gets it to Joseph. At the buzzer. And it's good.
And it's good.
Danny, tell us what happened.
It was insane. So, like, I like to go to, I've always been a fan of the UNM Lobos, the basketball team, ever since I was a kid. Like, we used to go to games when I was a kid all the time. And so, usually when I'm home for Christmas, I try to make at least one Lobo game happen.
Okay.
This was the only game that happened in the entire 2 weeks that I was in New Mexico. So, I was like, okay, I'll buy tickets. And I hit up my cousin to see if he wanted to go with me. And I was just thinking, like, just random. I bought these tickets probably in October. Like, it was a long time before I knew if the Lobos were even good this year. I was just like, I just want to go to a game. It was a late game. 9 p.m. is when it started.
Oh, geez. And you took your daughter?
And I took my daughter because I was like, oh, do you want to go to? And she was like, yeah, we'll go to a game. And at first she was kind of about it. So we go, and it was packed. We were playing Reno or Nevada, and it was one of those like, wow. And that game, it was back and forth the entire time until the last set. Went into overtime. It's 11:30 at night. We're tired. It's hot. Everyone's ready. And that happens. And I swear to God, I was the same as you, Steve. I almost picked up Lily and threw her on the floor.
Shocker. Just shocker.
Because
she'll find her way back. Don't worry about it.
Everyone thought that we were losing that game. Like, my cousin turned to his wife and he's like, no, we're done. Like, we can't get it back. I had to look at Lily, and Lily's like, too bad. And then we see him get the ball and just make that shot, and we ever lost our collective mind. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen live.
I love that.
And the fans, I saw the video clip, and everyone was just losing their minds. I was like, that's all. That would have sucked if you left.
Oh my! There were people next to us that left. They left probably like 5 minutes left, and I was like, they missed that epic ending.
Because I always think about that moment when I was at that Green Bay Packers Seahawks game, and the couple sitting next to us got up and left. Because the Seahawks were known for having these miraculous comebacks with Russell Wilson at the time. It's an NFC Championship game, but it looked very bleak. And I understand you want to beat traffic, but all of us in the section were like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" And you could tell, like, I think it was the guy, if I remember correctly. One of them didn't look like they were sure. And I could imagine that ride home was very awkward.
Big regret.
And we look at some of the text messages. Someone said, my husband went to a Mariners game randomly once, ended up being at Felix Hernandez's A Perfect Game.
Oh, how cool.
I still kick myself. I remember that. I remember wanting to go to that game. For some reason, I think a few of us at work were like, let's go to the game. I was like, I don't really want to go. I want to get home, blah, 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 blah. And then looking back on it, I'm like, man, Felix Hernandez is my all-time favorite Mariner.
Oh,
to be able to see him pitch a perfect game would have been bonkers.
So I remember back, I can't remember the year, it might have been like 2007 or something. It was when Ken Griffey Jr. was playing with the Cincinnati Reds, and he came back to play in our house, and he ended up hitting, I think, 2 home runs. But the way that the crowd was so happy to see him, every single Mariners fan was up, screaming, yelling, clapping for him. It was just the coolest thing.
Was that the return when he came back after leaving?
Yes.
Going to Cincinnati? I remember that, yeah.
And they even had like a sign that was like, hit it here, Junior. Like it was like you're rooting for him. It was just the coolest. 206-803-ROCK. What was the most epic sporting event you have ever attended? Tom in Issaquah, was a football game for you.
Yeah. So I'm originally from Colorado, and my cousin and I are both diehard Bronco fans, and because we couldn't afford season tickets, we would pick one game a year and go. And the year was 2011 when Tim Tebow was quarterback. We ended up going to the Thursday night game against the Jets. And it was just a wild back and forth that ended with Tebow leading the Broncos on a game-winning drive from when they were backed up on their own 5-yard line.
Wow.
I forgot all about Tim Tebow until this moment. And
the stadium was rocking. It was so loud that night.
Oh, I bet. And then for half a second, people thought, Tim Tebow's the answer.
Christine from Tacoma, your most epic memory of a sporting event was a volleyball game.
No, it was actually the Gonzaga basketball game. We were at the first ever NCAA tournament game that they ever played in. I played volleyball, and my roommate was a Gonzaga basketball player. And when they qualified, we loaded up in my little Honda Civic. There were I think there were 5 of us crammed in there. And we went down there and we experienced everything about the NCAA tournament. It was awesome, and they've never looked back.
That's awesome.
Rock on, Christine.
Hey, just quickly.
And then we were at the game where Calvary tipped it in. I think that made us either get to the Elite Eight or the Final Four. And we were, like you guys are saying, literally my husband, I think, almost threw me over the edge.
It is a weird sense of strength that you get in those moments.
Oh my gosh.
Did you know that Tim Tebow's going back to Tim Tebow? Because I just remember this because Tatum he made a children's book.
No.
About a Bronco.
Oh, no.
I'm not kidding. I'm like, my wife's reading this book. I'm like, what is this book you're reading? And I look at the author and it says Tim Tebow. I'm like, wait, what? He's got a children's book?
And I think you write one really popular children's book and that can pay some bills. You know?
I mean, well, he got one sale from our household, apparently.
Yesterday, the Seahawks fired their offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb, as the Hawks did not make the playoffs. So was this a smart call? We're going to chat with Seattle Sports Radio great, the host of Mitch Unfiltered, Mitch Levy, at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Look, we're all human. We push-pull doors, we blow on ice cream to cool it down, and sometimes we forget to check our blind spots. That's why the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid offers class-leading advanced safety features. Like an available blind spot view monitor, which shows you a live video feed of your blind spots. Because the Tucson Hybrid is made for humans who are just that, human. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
He is the host of Mitch Unfiltered, which you can listen to anywhere you get your podcasts or at MitchUnfiltered.com. Good morning, Mitch Levy, on to talk about our Seahawks and the wild end to the year that we had.
Happy New Year. Wait a second. Is that why I'm on, to talk about the Seahawks? I thought I was on because I still haven't seen... I don't know, my computer's not working. I'm not getting updates. I haven't seen the results of the Holiday Bowl yet.
Oh,
somebody please tell me what happened between Washington State and my alma mater, Syracuse, because I guess the news is late getting to me. Did that game get played in San Diego or not?
Taryn, do you know?
Syracuse played a great game.
Okay.
The Cougs,
I just want to know.
The Cougs did not.
Wasn't there a bet?
Oh, we should have had a bet.
I thought that there was a bet. I thought there was a big bet on the line. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that was embarrassing. A lot of offensive moves, but not a lot of defensive moves.
It was embarrassing, actually, for both teams. If you really want to be, and the truth is, Washington State had excuses and pretty legitimate, valid excuses, like every guy on the team left and the coaching staff left before the game. That's a pretty valid excuse, Migsy, don't you think?
I mean, I would give them a pass.
Syracuse was all stoked about playing. Most of their guys played. They have no excuse. The fact that Washington State went up and down the field with a guy who had never started a Division I game at quarterback was a little embarrassing for us. But I digress. How are you guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Year.
So I have a question.
12? Migsy, did they get the 12 wins?
You're going to give me a couple of games go different directions. We're talking about a 12-5 Seahawks team, 10-7. It's very close to 12-5. And we could look at the schedule and see so many of those games they could have won and they didn't.
Yes.
Also, there's probably some of those games they should have lost and they won.
It's funny that that's what you. It's funny that that's the way you explain it, because I did, as you guys know, I did sports radio for 25 years in Seattle and 30 years, including D.C. And I was thinking about this before we jumped on. This Seahawks team, 2024, and in particular the quarterback, those topics are like, and I hate to say this to you on your station, they are perfect sports radio topics. Perfect, because a perfect sports radio topic for guys like me who don't know how to talk about or think about anything outside of sports because we're so narrow-minded, is a perfect topic is something that you can look at, that we all watched, and if you want to tilt your head this way, you could come up with a positive way of spinning it very easily. And if you want to tilt your head this way, you can look at it very negatively and come up with a very valid set of reasons. Both the quarterback and the entire team, that is a perfect sports radio topic. The topics that everybody agree on, where we look at it and there's really only one valid conclusion, that's when people tune out and start going to the Daly Migs show.
So we need more of those things, what you're saying.
That's right. That's right. So I think, you just said yourself, oh, my God, Mitch, they won 10. They could have won 2 others. That would have been 12. They were so close. And somebody might say, Migsy, shut the hell up. They won 10 games. And when you look at the 10 teams they beat, the quality of the team, they didn't win one game, really. The closest thing was the road win at San Francisco that kind of came out of the blue after the bye week. Outside, and San Francisco ended up being crappy, right? Mm-hmm. So take a look at who they beat. They beat Denver the first game of the year when Denver was nothing. They ended up being something, but they were awful at the beginning of the year. They beat Miami with a third-string quarterback. They beat the Jets. They barely beat the Bears. They beat the Rams when the Rams sent out their second and third stringers, and they barely beat them the other day. If you go one by one through the Seahawks' 10 wins, you could arrive at the conclusion that they beat nobody, and it was a pretty fraudulent 10. In fact, it was more like 9 because of the Rams game. Or you could be Migsy and say, hey, they almost beat the Giants because of the block kick. They should have beat the Rams. They were in position to beat some other teams, and they could have gotten to 12 and been in the playoffs. And by the way, you could do the same thing. I know we got to go to the song, but you could do the same thing with Geno Smith. Geno Smith is literally the most polarizing Seahawk player, I think, since I came to Seattle in 1994-95. Sean Alexander was close.
Yep.
People hated Sean Alexander. People love Sean Alexander. But this Geno Smith story is just sports radio heaven, because literally half of the universe think he is awful and should be a backup quarterback. And then there's guys like me who watch it and say, put a good offensive line in front of him, and he could be terrific. He could be really good.
I'm convinced you and I are the president and vice president of the Geno Smith fan club, and it blew my mind. The guy you're right. They played like a bunch of backups, but still, he threw 4 touchdowns, and I'm still reading on social media people just like talking about him like as if he threw 4 interceptions.
Yeah, hammering him. I'm telling you, perfect sports radio top. By the way, who's the president and who's the vice president? You or me? Which one?
You're the president. I feel like
you can't put a guy wearing jerseys in the president's seat. That's not going to work.
Yeah, I'm too much of
Taryn, the song, please. I'm running out of voice. The song.
Your poor voice.
He is the host of Mitch Unfiltered. You can get that wherever you listen to your podcast, or check out MitchUnfiltered.com and give him a follow on X. It is Mitch_Seattle. We will have more with Mitch Levy.
Yeah, we got to talk about Ryan Grubb. We got to talk about Ryan Grubb.
The Daly Migs Show.
He is the host of Mitch Unfiltered, which you can get wherever you snag podcasts or at MitchUnfiltered.com. Mitch Levy, we got to talk about Ryan Grubb.
We do have to talk about Ryan Grubb. I don't think anybody who follows it closely was surprised, because we have been hearing rumblings for the last half of the season that it could be a one and done for Ryan Grubb as the coordinator of the Seahawks, which was curious to me because 1 year, I know he's a first-time NFL offensive coordinator. They wooed him from going to Alabama to be with his buddy Kalen DeBoer. He stayed. They picked him, right? When I say they, I mean John Schneider, the general manager, and the head coach, Mike McDonald. 1 year, really?
That was the part that seemed weird to me. I saw McDonald said something like, "Oh, we had differing visions on the offense," and I'm like, "Well, didn't you know what his vision was when you hired him?" It just seems strange to me.
The whole thing seems very strange. Clearly, what I was going to say is what you just said, is it's got to go beyond, okay, we didn't get what we wanted out of the offense this year. Because if it's just that, you give the guy a second year.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's got to be, hey, some sort of clashing of – and this is what we were hearing rumors of, that they were not – I wouldn't say not getting along, Mike McDonald and Ryan Grubb. They just didn't see what Mike McDonald wanted to do, Ryan Grubb didn't want to do. And what Ryan Grubb wanted to do, Mike McDonald didn't want to do. And so at the end of the season, they've got to decide, can we bridge that? And apparently they've decided they can't. Now, a lot of Seahawks fans were not very content with the way he called plays. It was disjointed. They didn't run the ball a lot. He's a passing quarterback. I mean, he's a passing coordinator. And so we'll see who the next guy they bring in is. But, yeah, that was I wasn't surprised, but I'm a little disappointed that it wasn't given more than a year.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see. And what's funny about that is, and you can now segue to Gino, is go back, and I tweeted it out yesterday, go back and look at Gino's comments about Ryan Grubb on Sunday after the game against the Rams. Now, a lot of people will say, what do you think he's going to say when asked about Ryan Grubb, the quarterback? But he was pretty extreme in his praise. I mean, it didn't seem like it was just, oh, I'm the quarterback, of course I'm going to say something nice about my offensive coordinator. It seemed like he went another mile and talked about how he's going to be a great coordinator. I really like working with him. I mean, the whole thing. And now he's gone 12 hours after those remarks by Gino. The coordinator's gone, and now you start asking the questions about Gino, right? And that's the big topic. What's going to happen with Gino this offseason?
What do you think?
What do I think should, or what do I think will? Those are two different topics.
Do we have time for both? We need both.
I don't know. Do we have another song? I mean,
Danny?
No. The song, Danny. I don't know what's going to happen. Again, there was another quote from McDonald. I think it was on his coach's radio show yesterday, where he was asked, is Gino the quarterback? And his quote now, it's one of those quotes that I think you need to hear. I never heard it. I just read what he said. He said something like, I would think so. There's no reason for me to say no, so I guess so. I mean, that in and of itself isn't the strongest stamp of approval, is it?
I heard the clip and I watched.
You heard it,
and it's hard to tell with McDonald. Sometimes I feel like he's this comedy show that we don't realize. Some of the things he says are very deadpan, so you can never really get a vibe if he's joking or if that's just what he, I feel like he's Michael Scott from The Office at times, but it sounded very playful. And so, okay. I mean, I didn't get the vibe that I know some people are like, oh, I think he's not very confident in Gino. I didn't get that vibe from it.
So I think, and I'm not answering the exact question. I can. What should he do? What do I think he would do? I think the first thing you got to do for your audience and for you guys and for me is understand the situation. Let's talk facts for a second. Here are the facts. He's got 1 year left on his contract. That year is going to pay him somewhere in the neighborhood of $28 to $30 million. When you talk about salary and roster bonuses and what he's scheduled to make. Now, his salary cap number, which is a very important piece of this, because you have a salary cap, is $38.5 million next year. Now, that sounds huge. It would be the highest on the Seahawks team, but it's not like the biggest in the NFL. There are quarterbacks next year that are going to be 45 million cap numbers, 48 cap numbers. So 38, you could deal with it. You would like it to be lower, but you can deal with it. So here are the choices that the Seahawks have. Okay? A, they could cut him, which is they get nothing for him. They get salary cap relief, and he just goes and signs. He's on the open market and goes sign somewhere else. I think that's the least likely thing that they would do. Number two, they could trade him. Find a team that needs a quarterback, go draft a quarterback themselves, or go get a free agent, trade him, and maybe bring back a piece or two that can help them. I think that's probably the second least likely thing that they would do. That leaves two options. One is go to him and try to extend him. He's going to be 35 next year. Next year will be his 35-year league season. You could go to extend him. What is he going to want? If you say he's going to want an extension. Nobody wants to play in the final year, Taryn, of their contract. Nobody in the NFL ever wants to play in the final year of their contract. They want certainty beyond that, and in fact, they'll hold out. They won't go to training camp. They'll do everything that they can to protest playing that final year. They want an extension. I think he's going to want $45 million a year. There are 14 quarterbacks in the NFL that make an average salary of $40 million or more. Okay? Some of those guys are like Kyler Murray and Deshaun Watson. He's better than those guys, probably. So I think he's going to want 3 years, $45 million a year minimum. I don't think the Seahawks want to pay him that. I think the Seahawks would like to pay him 3 years, $30 or $35 million. So will there be a deal for an extension? And if there's not, and the Seahawks just decide, screw this, we want you to play the final year. He's not going to want to play the final year without a new contract. So what happens then? Is he upset and angry and doesn't put his best foot forward and a distraction? Does he make it impossible for them? Or does he say, okay, at 35, I'm still going to make $30 million. I got to play my best football here because I'm going to be a free agent at 36. 1 year from now, I'll be on the open market. So I don't know if I've done a good enough job. This is the playing field that we're talking about. This is the list of options, and I know I'm getting a sign from Danny that involves the third finger. So I
Danny hates Geno Smith. That's why.
No, I do not.
So what do I think is going to happen? I think he's going to play for the Seahawks next year. I think they're going to try to get an extension done with him. I'm not convinced they will get an extension done with him, that they'll come to an agreement on what that number should be. And I could see him ending up playing on the 1 year. You know, he won't play any training. He won't go to training camp. He won't play in the preseason games. And then he'll be forced to make a decision on the Monday before the regular season opener. Do I come in? Because at that point, Taryn, if he doesn't come in on Monday, now he starts losing a prorated amount of like $25 to $30 million each week. Now, Geno spent 8 years not making any money in relative terms. He was a backup making no money in relative terms. To you and I, he was making a lot of money, but he's making no money. Is a 35-year-old going to start forfeiting every week a prorated $30 million? I don't think he's going to. I think he'll come in. His nose will be out of whack, and he'll play the first week of the season next year. These are guesses. These are guesses because I don't know. I don't think any of us really know whether. We started by talking about how interesting the Geno story is because half of the world is like Migsy and I. We think he's great or could be great. Okay, Migsy and I think we're president, vice president. We think he could be great. Half of the world thinks he's terrible. He shouldn't start on any team. Okay, we don't know where John and Mike are on that scale.
Yeah.
We really don't know. And I think going into this year, I hate to say this to Migsy, but I think going into this year, John Schneider was more on the, we need another quarterback. I think he's been trying to get out of the Geno Smith thing for years. I don't know where they stand right now. So without knowing, and that answer that he gave yesterday, now you heard it, I don't know, what is that? Where does that put him on the scale? I guess so. There's no reason for me to say no now, so I guess so. I mean, where does that put those two guys on the scale? I don't know. I don't know what they think of him. It's very interesting. The whole thing's very interesting.
Well, I have 2 Geno Smith jerseys, so they need to keep them around because otherwise, what am I going to do here?
You shouldn't be wearing jerseys.
Maybe we'll change him for next season, Mitch. And thank you so much for being part of this for this last season.
I love
we really
you guys.
appreciate it.
Thank
We're going to
you.
miss you.
Guys. I love your audience, the opportunity to be back on. I did morning radio for 22 years in Seattle, and you guys have given me, for the last several years, an opportunity to be heard again on radio, and I'll forever appreciate that.
We love you, Mitch.
Thank you, Mitch. We do love you. Now, Rockaholics, we would love for you to beat Steve. We're so sick of it, the winning ways.
Who's we?
Sarah and I. Sarah and I are sick of it. He's got 3 wins this year, 0 losses, and 1 tie so far in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daly Migs Show.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/Confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Oh, Downy in the rinse change. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
With a Wealthfront cash account, your uninvested cash earns 4% annual percentage yield from partner banks with free instant withdrawals, even on weekends and holidays. 4% APY is not a promotional rate, and there's no limit to what you can deposit and earn. Wealthfront. Money works better here. Go to wealthfront.com to start today. Cash account offered by Wealthfront Brokerage, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Wealthfront is not a bank. The APY on cash deposits as of December 27, 2024 is representative, subject to change, and requires no minimum. Funds in the cash account are swept to partner banks where they earn the variable APY.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Escape to paradise with a relaxing 6-night stay in the iconic islands of Tahiti and Moorea. Enjoy an all-inclusive nonstop flight to Tahiti from Seattle or Los Angeles on Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. From the vibrant cabins to the warm and welcoming crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. This dream getaway also includes beautiful accommodations, excursions, daily breakfast, all transfers, and more, starting at just $26.95 per person. Call 1-877-468-2448 to book yours today.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Lance from Graham is. Lance, are you there?
I am here and I'm ready.
Were you listening to the men's room at 5:40 yesterday to hear the cheat sheet?
I hate to say I was not.
Oh,
It's okay.
so you ain't that ready.
He's a man of integrity.
All right, well, Steve, it's time for you to get out of here.
Let's go.
For those playing at home, Lance has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
How many days will the year 2025 have?
365.
Yes. What kind of dog is Scooby-Doo?
He is a Great Dane.
Correct. What national park was created by the Colorado River?
The Grand Canyon.
Yes. Demi Moore just won a Golden Globe for what film?
Demi Moore?
Yes.
Pass.
How many full octaves are there on a piano?
Repeat, please.
How many full octaves are there on a piano?
4.
No.
5.
No.
6.
Oh, no. What is the only sport to have been played on the moon?
Golf.
Correct. The internet abbreviation IKR stands for what?
I know, right?
Yes. Which Pixar movie follows the story of a little girl and takes place inside her mind?
That's Inside Out.
Yes. What country did the U.S. purchase Alaska from?
Russia.
Correct. The first Woodstock Festival happened in what late 60s year?
The first what?
Woodstock Festival.
69.
It's nice, and it sure did. Lance.
The year I was born.
Woo, hey, you got 8 correct.
Dang, Lance.
Oh, man, if you were listening to that cheat sheet, though, you could have got a perfect 10.
I think it's going to be close. He's good, man.
I know.
So annoying.
I think he might get the ones that you got wrong as well. So we might have a tie.
Right.
She's already calling a tie?
I don't know. Steve, I will say
you predict a tie.
You should feel some pressure.
Why?
I mean, Lance.
Because it's Lance from Graham, man.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and
I thought it was Lance from Squim this whole time. It's Lance from Graham. Oh, I didn't put on my thinking cap.
All right, Steve, you ready?
Let's go.
Ah, yes.
How many days will the year 2025 have?
365.
Correct. What kind of dog is Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane.
Yes. What national park was created by the Colorado River?
I don't know. Yellowstone?
No.
Jellystone?
No. What is that?
Lincoln Park? Come on.
No.
Oh my God.
Demi Moore just won a Golden Globe for what film?
Oh, crap. We talked about it yesterday. I don't even... The Substitute?
No.
The Something?
No.
The Sweet Lady Demi Moore.
No. How many full octaves are there on a piano?
3.
No.
4.
No.
5.
No. What is the only sport to have been played on the moon?
Let's go with pickleball.
No.
Golf?
Yes. The internet abbreviation IKR stands for what?
I know, right?
Yes. Which Pixar movie follows the story of a little girl and takes place inside her mind?
Inside Out.
Yes. What country did the U.S. purchase Alaska from?
Country, Russia.
Correct. The first Woodstock Festival happened in what late 60s year?
1969.
Nice. And yes, Steve, you did well. You got 7 correct, but it's not well enough because Lance got 8.
Lance and Graham.
That's right. Lance from Graham, represent.
Woo!
Represent. Graham's finest.
Your first loss
Graham
of the
factor.
year. That's
Graham
what
factor.
I like. The Graham cracker?
I thought he said the graham cracker. Oh, he did say the graham cracker, but then probably. I don't know.
The Graham
I
factor.
love that.
The graham factor is like that's like his thing.
Because he knows facts, man. He did know the national park that was created by the Colorado River was the Grand Canyon. Steve.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes, you
Yeah.
could have tied if you got that.
Yeah.
Demi Moore, you were so close.
Is that the substitute?
No, you said that.
Oh, okay.
The substance.
The substance.
And how many full octaves are there on a piano?
7.
Yes. And you know why Tara knew that? Because she listened to the cheat sheet. Well, congrats on your first loss, Steve.
Super.
You can check out new merch in the Rock Shop that includes a couple of flannels and a pull-over sweatshirt. You're going to look so fancy in these Rockaholics. You can head to KISW.com to get yours today. And now we have a simple question for you, but we need for you to call in right now. 206-803-ROCK. And we promise you it is a simple question and it's about food. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Billy Idol.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
There is a guy named Anthony Gilbert, who is also known as Call Anthony online, and he is going viral for being a food critic.
I love this guy.
But he's not your average food critic. He's not going to high-end restaurants. Instead, he reviews food that he picks up from gas stations and corner stores in Florida.
None of Michelin star rated whatever places, just places from gas stations and those little corner markets.
Yum.
I agree.
Some of the examples are frozen cups that's made with the juice and pineapple in it.
Okay.
Gas station burgers, even smoked neck bones, Steve.
Where the hell? It's Florida.
So this leads us to our simple question. And we begin with Jordan on I-5. Jordan, the simple question is this. What is your favorite food to pick up at a gas station or corner store?
My favorite food to be picked up from one would probably be like the taquitos that they got in a little roll-in warmer thing.
Oh, like at the 7-Elevens?
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite, I love those, but also, how about the pizza sticks? Have you had those?
Absolutely. The sticks are bomb.com.
They are bomb.com. You're absolutely right.
Kendall from Federal Way, what is the gas station or corner store food that would be your favorite?
It is the brand Popcorners, and it is the kettle corn flavor.
Oh, I don't know if I've had that.
I'm not familiar with that place.
Well, I mean, you can pick it up at any gas station.
Okay.
It's just a specific chip brand called Popcorners.
Popcorners, that's kind of cute. 206-803-ROCK, our simple question to Justin in Ferndale. What is your favorite food to pick up at a gas station or corner store?
Good morning, and Taryn, you might be familiar with the cockroach shell in Burlington.
Yes.
But whenever I go there, it has to be their fried chicken.
Dude, some of the gas station places, when I wasn't a plant-based weirdo, and some of those places had like those like random chicken sandwiches like that were in the warmer quite possibly for like 4 or 5 days. But man, they were delicious.
They slap.
Also, remember like to me, my go-to, I remember the burritos also in the warmers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I feel like I want a warmer in my house now.
Right? And just put something in there and just let it sit there for like several days until it's like gas station quality.
Amy and Frank in Redmond, what is your favorite food to pick up at a gas station or corner store?
I am definitely a Kit Kat.
Yeah, just boring. Cheetos.
Cheetos.
I like that you're judging.
Cheetos, the go-to.
Rock on, Amy and Frank. You mentioned the chicken sandwich, though. When I worked at the Naughty Car Wash back in the day, and it was attached to an AM PM.
We always have to explain what you mean by that. It was naughty because you and your friends would steal from it.
Yes.
It wasn't like a front for something dirty.
We were just scamming. Yeah. But we would have to sometimes help support the staff inside the gas station, and so we would have to put all the frozen items onto the tray and then put it into the big oven. And the chicken sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwich specifically, was the best.
I used to love gas station burgers as well. I know somebody texted in about that, and I'm like, there's just something really tasty about them.
Did you guys ever have an Allsups up here?
Allsups?
Or is that just a New Mexico thing?
I have no idea. What is it? Is it like a 7-Eleven?
Yeah, it's like a gas station. And Allsups burritos were the thing to get in New Mexico. And it was like you would stop and they had like the fried burrito and the hot sauce. And it was just like the go-to whatever kind of food every single day.
Here I'm trying so hard to start the new year eating healthy, and all I want to do is go to the gas station and make it rain right now.
Dude, you know what's the one is I've been on a kick, and it's not just the gas stations, but also like the Fred Meyer's. I love getting their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
What? Wait, what do you mean?
Gas stations have like right next to it, they have like the tuna salad. I wouldn't F with that, but some people do. But they have all like the little prepackaged sandwiches.
They have peanut butter and jelly?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And Fred Meyer, they even take it to a next level. They call it like the greatest peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now it's not. But it's really freaking good.
Bold claim.
Wait. Who has the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Me.
Oh, okay. You can make it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Do you remember Alfie's when we used to work at our at the old building?
Oh, yeah, the
corner shop.
Yes.
They had the best corn dogs. Also, I'm pretty sure they were sitting in there for several weeks, but they were so good. Somebody texted in the pizza at the Jackson store. from Monica. I haven't tried that pizza there.
Let's go.
Another person says corn dogs for sure, and then 7-Eleven pizza. I actually think it's better than some of the pizza chains and way cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been stuck on an amusement park ride?
Yes.
Yeah, nothing too scary though. Were you ever like upside down or anything like that, or just stuck on a ride?
Just stuck. I've been stuck on many rides at Disney.
It was the Matterhorn for me.
Ooh. Mine was the Indiana Jones.
Were so you were on the ride?
We were on the ride, it broke down, and we were sitting there for at least 35 minutes. And then they had to come and let us out of the vehicle and then guide us through the ride walking out.
Oh.
On the catwalks.
Yeah.
You're finally on one of the greatest rides of all time, and you didn't even get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, there were a bunch of people that got stuck in a ride at an amusement park. And many people, of course, had opinions on this that they had to voice on social media. So we will go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck. And what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
A few weeks ago, more than 20 passengers were suspended in midair for hours after the Soul Spin ride at Knott's Berry Farm in California went a little haywire.
I love Knott's Berry. They have one. I love Knott's Berry. Keep forgetting to hit that button there. I just got so excited about Knott's Berry Farm. We went there. They had this one ride, the Accelerator. It's super fast. It's like the fastest roller coaster, but it's like done in a second. It's so much fun.
Well, there ended up being 2 female guests that were stuck on this ride that ended up being transported to a hospital out of an abundance of caution.
Okay.
According to one of the spokespersons of the park. And then the pictures and the video of this went viral, of course. And so everybody had opinions. So we must go straight to the comments.
Yep, we sent these posts to our production director, Jason, said pick out some of your favorite, the good, the bad, the ugly, and make fun of them however you want with whatever voice that you want as well. And he did just that. Are you ready for the first comment about this ride getting stuck?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
I'm having an anxiety attack just thinking about the anxiety attack I'd have. Oh!
Okay. Somebody texted in, and it instantly... I'm sorry, it's going to get a song stuck in your head, but it also would give me an anxiety attack. They said, I got stuck on the It's a Small World ride at Disneyland.
Oh, my God.
For over 30 minutes. The ride stopped, but the worst part, this song kept playing, and that's from Julian Everett. I don't think there's a worse ride to be stuck on.
That sounds like hell.
I mean, short of being upside down, of course.
Especially the one at Disneyland because it's outside. So you can get stuck inside and you hear the song. But then if you get stuck outside, you're just sitting in the sun on a boat.
Oh, just cooking.
Yeah, just cooking, like sweating.
I'd rather be inside and listening to the song. As much as the song is just... have you all done It's a Small World?
Of course.
You have to do it. Wait, Sarah,
I don't think I have.
We need to go to Disneyland.
That explains a lot about you, Sarah.
Yeah.
It shows.
What, that I'm saying and you guys are not? I don't have kids yet, so why would I go on it?
I went on it when I didn't have a kid.
Why? Doesn't it not do anything?
It's one of the classics, Sarah. It was built for the World Fair.
You have to say that you did it.
I don't know. I'm pretty okay not doing it.
I'm putting her on it.
Oh, wow.
Also, the line wasn't that long, so I was just like, might as well do it. All right, here's another comment about the ride at Knott's Berry Farm getting stuck.
People are still riding rides? Isn't life enough?
That is the saddest comment I think I've ever heard. Life is enough. You're absolutely right.
We just like more.
Do we?
No.
The older I get, the more I'm like, I'm good, fam.
That's funny because, like, I still get excited about going on roller coasters. I get really fired up about them. But there was a moment with the four of us when we went to the Puyallup Fair or the Washington State Fair where I thought maybe I've gotten too old for thrill rides. Not even a roller coaster. It wasn't a roller coaster. It was that freaking 360 Revolution thing.
Oh, yeah.
Danny's even shaking his head. It was the worst.
I'm still mad at Sarah.
It kind of looks like the one that got stuck on Knott's Berry.
It does.
If we had gotten stuck, we would be kind of in that position.
Can you imagine being stuck on that ride?
No.
I was almost about to throw up. If we would have gotten stuck upside down, sorry, kids.
I weirdly would have loved that.
Oh, no.
We all could have held hands together and, like, if we go, we go together.
That was one of the weirdest things because we went to the Washington State Fair. We're like, let's have fun, solidarity. We're all together having a good time, and I love hanging out with you guys. And then all of a sudden, it was Sarah's idea that wanted to do it. And then Taryn jumped in. Yes. And she's like, that sounds like a good idea. And then I'm like, well, Danny's not going to want to do it. Danny and I will at least, the boys will sit back and, we'll get our faces painted or something. And then Danny's like, all right, I guess I'll do it. Now I'm like, well, crap, peer pressure's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I agreed to do it. And then once it went that full revolution, because it goes like full circle, I was like, I should have just got my face painted. This is awful.
Same.
It was so. Oh man, that was so extreme. All right, here's another comment.
Somebody's losing their job.
Are they?
I don't know. I feel like.
And is I don't know if it's like a career.
Yeah.
Probably like an 18-year-old.
They probably look past that.
I'd rather ride shotgun with my wife driving than go on any rides these days, and that is saying a lot because my wife is a driver.
Was that Brad texting in?
Someone also said I got stuck on It's a Small World for an hour.
No.
And they did not turn the music off. They did not let us off the ride. They fixed it and made us finish the ride.
Well, you were a bad child that year, so I get it.
I mean, after that experience, do you never go on that ride again in your life? Would you do it
It's
again?
a Small World. I went on it once just to say I went on it. I'm never going on it again anyway.
Honestly, they do have a great air conditioner inside, so it's like good, 15, 20-minute ride that you can just, cool off.
That's a good call. Well, there was a man who accidentally
Have you ever been stuck on a ride?
Yes, actually. But, we were not the ones that had it bad, so... there were many cars, it's a roller coaster and there's many different cars. So our car got stuck very close to where you could get off.
Okay.
But there were people that were stuck way, 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 way up. And so it took them probably 25 minutes to get down. And it wasn't an upside down roller coaster, but it was definitely one where they had to get onto this catwalk and slowly ascend.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It was wild. I mean, we just watched. We were like, that's crazy. That sucks for them. We basically just hopped off the ride. It was quite lovely.
That sucks. Let's go get some French fries.
There was a man who accidentally shot himself while being interviewed on a podcast. We're going to tell you what's trending after Blind Melon.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that many of you are just getting your days started, and trying to keep up with the world of pop culture can be very tough. So we're going to help you out by telling you what's trending.
What's trending on the Daily Migs Show? What's trending? Let's go. Let's go!
Bill Murray kicked off a small tour billed as Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers.
Okay.
And Bill sings. It's not awesome, but you can judge for yourself.
Okay.
This is them covering the Kinks' Tired of Waiting.
Oh, boy. So it's just like Bill Murray gets drunk and sings songs badly tour?
I just love that he doesn't really take himself too seriously.
I mean, how can you when you sing like that? I hope he's not taking this serious.
Have you ever seen the documentary about Bill Murray stories?
No.
It's a great one. He can insert himself into any situation, including fronting a band.
The only Bill Murray experience I've ever had in my life, we were at one of our radio conventions in Chicago and was like, I just wanted to go to Wrigley Field. And it's hard to get tickets to go see a Chicago Cubs game without having to pay a good amount of money. And they weren't in town at the time, but there was a wiffle ball celebrity tournament that was going on, and it was like $10 to get in. I'm like, let's go. Day out in the sun, Wrigley Field, this is going to be a blast. Turns out Bill Murray was a part of it. And I didn't get super close to him, but he clearly, I feel like he was in the same state of mind that he was when he was singing right there. And he was like full old school, like Babe Ruth era baseball uniform. Like, it was just over the top ridiculous. I'm like, this guy is just living the best life.
He's fun.
He just doesn't care. Speaking of not caring, I don't know if you heard about this incident that happened with this Texas rapper by the name of Too Low. I don't know if you're familiar with his stuff. Sarah, no?
No, actually.
Well, now all of a sudden people do know who he is, not because of his rapping skills, because he's kind of an idiot. He accidentally fired off his gun in the middle of an interview that he was doing with, he was on the One-on-One with Mike D podcast. Oh. Not Mike D from the Beastie Boys. Different Mike D, like, I don't know, like Mike lowercase d or something. I don't know, like Mike, what the hell is going on? He's like reaching into his pocket, like just like awkwardly as he's doing the interview. And then his gun goes up, and just listen to how they all react to it. It is the strangest moment in podcast history, if you ask me.
And choices we got in life, those were your choices. Who shot who?
Right there, first of all, that's the host. He's like, well, who shot who? Like, it wasn't even like, holy crap, a gun went off. He's just like, who shot somebody?
He's just trying to get the story straight.
And the entire time, Tulo, the guy who shot, and the bullet goes through his jeans.
Oh.
He's got this look on his face like, oh, man, I don't know what the hell just happened right here.
Somebody got shot?
Lo, you good, Lo?
I hope. Y'all good?
Hold on, the dirty third one-on-one with Mike D. I thought my shot me.
Everybody good?
Damn, everybody good?
I hope.
I'll tell you, as a host of a show, I would handle it a little bit different if all of a sudden we're just talking and Danny's fidgeting with his pocket, and all of a sudden, I'm like, Danny, what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, my God. Canadian Prime Minister announced that he will be resigning after the country finds his replacement. This is Justin Trudeau making the announcement.
I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process.
Oh, come on, Trudeau, put your gun away.
He's been in that position for about a decade.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I know I'm looking over at Sarah as that audio's playing, and her ears perked up when he said this.
I intend to resign as party leader.
Are you trying to become the new party leader of Canada?
I literally was like, he's a party leader? And I was like, he does not sound like he's fun enough to be a party leader.
Oh, that's the leader we really need is Sarah.
That's what I'm saying.
Future Prime Minister.
So I want to get your opinion on this. I know we've had this argument before when, like, you know, a lead singer that passes away, unfortunately, and the band decides to continue. Everybody's like, oh, they shouldn't continue, baby. But how about if this lead singer is still alive, but the band decides to get back together? Do they stay with the same name? Because this is what's going on with Jane's Addiction. Stephen Perkins, the drummer, Eric Avery, the bassist, and Dave Navarro apparently are collaborating on new music. And they're working on some stuff, and they're trying to record some stuff. And I don't know if they're going to call themselves Jane's Addiction, or if they're just going to call themselves something else. Probably that's the case. But it's interesting because, well, Perry's still around. They're just not getting along because of that on-stage fight that they had. And it looks like they're going to just continue being a group without Perry Farrell.
That'll be very interesting to see how it shakes out. Because, I mean, the sound is going to be very Jane's Addiction, I would imagine.
Right.
Just without him on the vocals.
Just a different singer who's maybe not as, you know, drunk and angry.
Well, I look forward to hearing
that. Could be the name of the band, Drunk and Angry.
Rockaholics, how would you like to beat Steve? He has a record in 2025 of 3 wins.
Yes.
1 loss.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys.
And 1 tie. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
After you use Bounce Dryer sheets and realize how fresh, soft, less wrinkled, and less staticky your laundry can be, you'll put a sheet on your every time. Like those socks that smell like they've been through a marathon. Put a sheet on it. Or that blanket that's got wrinkles on its wrinkles. Put a sheet on it. Maybe even your chatty coworker who keeps distracting you. Okay, Bounce Dryer sheets can't do it all. But for fresher, softer, better laundry, put a sheet on it with Bounce.
Dreaming of a 6-night getaway to paradise? Escape to the islands of Tahiti and Moorea with Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. This all-inclusive vacation package is designed to take you to a tropical haven, starting with non-stop flights from Los Angeles or Seattle to Tahiti. From the vibrant cabins to the warmth of our Polynesian crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. Your package includes luxurious hotel stays, ensuring that your experience is as comfortable as it is enchanting. Start each day with a delicious Polynesian breakfast, enjoy exciting excursions that showcase the beauty and culture of the islands, and take advantage of convenient transfers that make your trip seamless from start to finish. All of this begins at just $26.95 per person. Whether you're looking to explore crystal clear waters, unwind on pristine beaches, or immerse yourself in rich Polynesian culture, Tahiti and Moorea offer endless possibilities for both adventure and relaxation. Call 1-877-468-2448 now to book your Tahiti and Moorea escape.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Plumbing backs up and things get stinky. Call
presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Greg from Everett is. Greg, are you there?
Yes, I am.
I'm Sarah, your host.
Listening to y'all since '94.
Oh, thanks, Greg.
You rock, man.
I was just a wee one. Well, I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Okay, we won.
Yeah, what were you like?
20s.
Yeah, 15, 20?
No. Wow. For those playing at home, Greg has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
All right. Yes, I am.
Which country is famous for its folklore about leprechauns?
Ireland.
Correct. What are marsupial infants called?
Kittens.
No.
Pass.
What actor voices Shadow in the newly released movie Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
Ah.
Pass.
Pass. Yes.
What force is the reason planets revolve around the sun?
Gravity.
Correct. When it comes to baseball, what does RBI stand for?
Running base in.
No.
Run bases in.
No.
Pass.
What model is returning to Project Runway after 8 years?
RuPaul.
No.
No. Pass.
Which sport uses a wooden ball and a mallet?
Okay.
Yes. In The Lion King, what is the name of Simba's father?
Mufasa.
Yes. What country has more pet dogs than any other?
India.
No.
China.
No.
Pass.
Greg, you got 4 correct.
Ah.
Is it?
Give it my shot.
You know what? When he said the pet dog question, I was like, I think they eat them in China, don't they?
Oh, man.
Not pets. Don't they?
No, Sarah. No.
They don't?
No.
Well, what country does?
None.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
She wants to know if people in China eat dogs.
They eat dogs somewhere, I swear.
No, they do. They do. It's a different type of... It's not like our domesticated dogs, but I'm not sure which country eats dogs, but you're right.
There is a place, okay?
But it's a very strange conversation to walk in on.
Well, it's hopefully that didn't ruin a question, Danny.
Well, you're welcome.
Steve, are you ready?
I really don't know anymore.
We're not.
Which country is famous for its folklore about leprechauns?
Which country?
Yeah.
Ireland?
Correct. What are marsupial infants called?
Marsupies?
No.
Puppies?
No.
Kids?
No. What actor voices Shadow in the newly released movie Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
Oh, crap. Is it Benedict Cumberbatch?
No. I wish his name was that, though.
Is it Timothy Chalamet?
No.
Is it Will Smith?
No. What force is the reason planets revolve?
Jim Carrey.
No.
Oh, okay, never
What force is the reason planets revolve around the sun?
Gravity?
Yes. When it comes to baseball, what does RBI stand for?
Runs batted in.
Yes. What model is returning to Project Runway after 8 years?
Tyra Banks?
No. I'm impressed you knew that, though.
Cindy Crawford?
No.
Paulina Paraskova?
No. Which sport uses a wooden ball and a mallet?
Cricket?
No.
Wooden ball and a mallet. Shuttlecock?
No. You just wanted to say that word.
I think in some countries they eat that.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Steve, you got 3 correct, which is a loss, 4-3. Let's go, Greg.
Woohoo! Thank you. That sounds awesome.
No one saw that coming.
No one saw that coming.
Okay, what are marsupial infants called?
Joey's.
Yes.
Joey's.
Oh, duh.
Duh.
Yep.
What actor voices Shadow in the newly released movie Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
I don't know.
If he was to kill your dog, he would kill you.
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
Yes. What model is returning to Project Runway after 8 years?
Heidi Klum?
Yes. Which sport uses a wooden ball and mallet? Greg got correct. Croquet.
Croquet. Okay, I couldn't think of the name of it. I started with cricket.
You were close.
Yeah.
2 you didn't get to in The Lion King. What is the name of Simba's father?
Mufasa.
Yes. And what country has more pet dogs than any other?
Country. America.
Yes.
Is that why we're having this question?
Yes.
Yes. Greg
there are
said
a lot
China
of people
and
are saying
India.
in Korea there's a type of food, type of dog that Koreans will eat. In South Korea, they're actually, I guess, debating about making it illegal, but it has happened before.
Thank you, texters.
Yeah.
That's why I specifically said pet dogs, because maybe South Korea has more dogs. I don't know. They just eat them instead of pet them.
Well, this might be the strangest question we're going to ask this morning. 206-803-ROCK.
I wanted to give a shout out right now.
Oh.
But now I don't know if I want to because of the conversation that we just had. Like, I had it all on my phone ready to go, and I really just wanted to show some love because, recently Lulu passed away.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Dog. And I got a really nice letter from the fine folks over at the South Hill Vet Hospital in Puyallup, and I wanted to show some love to them because it was like one of the coolest things. Like, they sent a letter just to say, hey, we're so sorry about Lulu, and we want to show you nothing but love. And I wanted to give an extra now I'm giving it. I might as well just give this shout out. I feel like we've maybe moved past what Sarah was talking about. But big shout out to Dr. Kyle Johnson. He wrote a really great letter in there and just saying how much he appreciates us, and he knows Lulu meant the world to us, and he always loved hearing the stories about her on the radio. And I thought that was really cool that he mentioned that. So much love to you, Dr. Kyle Johnson, and everyone over at the South Hill Vet. You guys couldn't be greater to Lulu, and you're great to DJ, our DJ Strawberry. They all get excited when DJ walks in because they all yell, DJ Strawberry Head! Pretty much. That's what it's like when I walk in there. It's like almost like she's like the DJ for a house party. But much love to those guys, and the card was very appreciated.
R.I.P. Lulu.
Yes.
Now, this really, honestly, is probably the strangest question maybe that we've ever asked. 206-803-ROCK. We saw this online, and we need to know if you are a part of the nearly 50% of people that carry backup underwear with them.
Well, there's 4 of us, so that would mean 2 of us probably do.
Okay, quick show of hands. Who carries backup underwear?
I feel like Sarah's maybe the only one.
I am going to start now. After this, 100%. I'm shocked I don't.
Okay, so we got 25% here in this room.
Do you have backup underwear with you at all times, Rockaholics? If so, we have questions for you. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Van Halen.
The Daily Migs Show.
According to a survey, nearly half of all Americans are carrying around backup underwear with them.
Up until this morning, I never even thought of doing something like this. There's been a couple instances when I've gone to the gym here and I forgot to bring, because usually I'll just go home and take a shower. But when I was here, I was like, I could use the shower here. And I'm like, oh, man, if only I had backup underwear.
Well, now maybe you will be like half of Americans and start carrying.
Where do I keep it? In my car?
You could do that.
In the glove compartment?
Well, the reasons that people do this are in case they have an accident and you got to change your clothes. Going to the gym like you're talking about.
Okay.
70% of people who carry spare underwear around say they have had it come in handy at least one time.
And our phone lines are full. We said we have a very strange question, but do you have backup underwear? And I thought maybe we get 1 call, 2 calls. Every line on our phones are full with people that have, and the text lines are full of people also talking about backup underwear.
206-803-ROCK. Chloe in Kirkland, do you carry around backup underwear?
I sure do, in a little baggie so it stays sanitary.
And have you ever had to use it in the past?
No, thank goodness.
Now, do you keep it in your purse or in your car, in a drawer at your office? Like, where do you keep it?
It's in my purse.
Steve, you can start carrying yours around in your purse, too.
It's a fanny pack. It's not a purse.
It's a satchel.
Okay.
Thanks, Chloe.
Thank you, Chloe.
Rob on I-5, do you carry around a spare pair of underwear?
No, but I probably should because I wish I had a pair when I needed it.
Oh. Are we talking about maybe losing the 50-50 bet?
Yeah. Also, I had the bubble guts, and I spent a lot of time on the road, and I got to my destination, and I had to go commando the rest of the day.
Wow.
All right, this is maybe a new trend. We're all going to be carrying around backups.
I'm now starting to think about maybe just throwing it in like the back of my car, just having a pair of underwear just in case.
The one thing that I will say that I learned this morning about all 4 of us is that we all wear underwear. So
that's true.
Especially the ladies, I was kind of wondering about that.
I was kind of expecting Sarah to go, no, because I go commando.
Yeah.
We have a drawer right here. This could be our panty drawer, guys.
Can we write it on the drawer?
Yes.
That way no one goes in there.
Panty drawer. 206-803-ROCK. Ray, you're on I-5. What about you? Do you carry around backup underwear?
No. And I think anybody that does kind of has some old mommy issues because Mom used to tell us to throw underwear in our glove box just in case we got in a car wreck.
My mom never told me to do that.
Is that a thing?
Well, you don't want to get into an accident in dirty pair of underwear.
Oh, I thought maybe get in an accident and then have an accident. Accident. 206-803-ROCK. Josh in Gig Harbor, are you like nearly half of all Americans who carry up backup underwear?
I am, and I have a backup underwear drawer. No, just kidding. Okay. I put it in my backpack. I'm a truck driver, and that's all you need.
Have you ever had an instance where you needed to use the backup pair?
No, but I had to stop real quick and use my garbage can to relieve myself.
Okay, that wasn't the question, but thanks for answering that.
Alonzo in Des Moines, how about you? Are you like nearly half of all Americans who carry a backup pair of underwear?
Absolutely, to include socks as well.
Dude, that's so funny because someone just texted in saying I have a pair of boxers and also socks in my toolbox. So you're the same way.
You gamble, you lose sometimes.
Wait, why do you need to change your socks in that situation? Never mind.
Oh, my, Steve.
Okay. Although somebody said, I hate wet feet. You never know what's going to happen. So maybe like you step in, like if you're working outside, I agree. Like I love having a fresh pair of socks. I'd be more inclined to keep a pair of socks in my car than underwear.
I love a fresh pair of socks. It's a glorious feeling. It really is. We know that our Rockaholics, by the way, are massive music fans. But do you think that they could name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus?
Only if they have backup underwear.
Only if they have backup underwear. Prove that to us. And if you do, we're going to hook you up with tickets to Danny's favorite tour of the year, which is the Summer of '99 tour.
Come on, Danny, get your arms wide open. Your
and
arms need to be
three
wide
doors
open.
down. And Steve, I don't know if you were in the room. I think I convinced him he's actually going to go with us on August 14th.
No, yeah, because we told him we're going to take the next day off.
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't go, you have to come to work.
That's fair. I will go. It doesn't mean that I'm going to enjoy any part of it. I will just be at the bar hanging with all of our listeners.
Oh no! The minute Creed starts playing, I'm going to carry you into the pit at White River Amphitheater and hold you the entire time.
You can carry me in there. Doesn't mean I have to listen. Okay.
I'll be holding your hands so that you can't even plug your ears
with arms wide open.
You know
this is Danny's sacrifice.
That is my sacrifice as well.
If you want a shot at going to see the Summer of '99 tour, give us a call now. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Wow.
What's up?
I just bought and financed a car through Carvana in minutes.
You? The person who agonized 4 weeks over whether to paint your walls eggshell or off-white bought and financed a car in minutes?
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable down and monthly. Didn't even have to do any paperwork.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, have you checked out that spreadsheet I sent you for our dinner options?
Finance your car with Carvana and experience total control. Financing subject to credit approval.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Throughout the morning, you had texted, you have called, and we are now checking in with the Rockaholics. So please do give us a call if there's something you'd like to chime in on from the show this morning, or if there's anything on your mind that absolutely needs to be discussed. 206-803-ROCK.
I got a few text messages. Some people were wondering what I thought about the WWE being on Netflix last night.
Yeah.
Big deal. It was all over. I mean, social media, they were sharing it, but it was the first time that they had the show on Netflix. So now I was able to see it across the world. I like it because I could watch it now. East Coast, West Coast time, doesn't matter. At 5 p.m., I'm watching it. So that was kind of cool. But the production was phenomenal. It looked good. It felt like a big deal, which was kind of cool. I really dug how they pulled it off, and The Rock made an appearance.
Oh, did he?
And he said a bad word to let everybody know this isn't cable television anymore.
Finally, the WWE has come back to Netflix. You guys are like, no, that's bullshit. Get to the real one.
Woo! Bad word. Rock, you dirty man.
Well, here it comes. Man, I'm saying it loud and proud. It's a special night. Finally, The Rock has come back to Los Angeles.
This is electric.
People seemed very excited about that.
Wrestling fans.
Oh my God.
Everything is over the top. It was great.
So when you watch, like, how long is the show?
Well, if you ask my wife, a very long time.
How long?
It was like 2 hours and some change, maybe 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes. There were commercials, of course, like it was just, but it was on Netflix.
And did your wife sit through the whole thing with you?
Absolutely not. I was watching on my cell phone, like anybody usually does.
Oh, no.
You could watch Wicked in that time.
Yeah, but does Wicked have The Rock saying S words?
Okay, that's fair.
No.
Honestly, I would rather watch WWE with Steve than watch Wicked with you, Danny.
Wow.
Ouch.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics.
Someone wanted to send some love about the passing of Lulu, my pup, and they also said, hey, I had to put my black cat Bubba Chubbs a few days after Halloween down this year. I've lost pets as a kid, but this was the first time I had to take my cat in and help him cross to the Rainbow Bridge, and holy crap, did I lose my ass the whole time. Much love to you and your family, Steve, but I definitely feel you as someone who had to put their pet over a lot. It's the toughest thing in the world.
Not something I'd wish on my worst enemy.
No, and much love to all the Rockaholics that have been sending some nice stuff, and a lot of people are like sending me books to help cope with the loss of Lulu for Tatum, and I'm like, you don't understand. Sid and I are the ones that need the book. We're the ones having a tough time coping. Tatum seems to have no problem with the passing of Lulu. She loved Lulu, but she loves the idea of getting a new puppy.
Has the book been suggested to you? Blah. Chucky Says Goodbye?
That was one of them, yes.
That was given to us after Kona's passing for Barrett. And I was like, I'm not reading this.
Yeah, that was like I remember when Lucy, my old dog, passed. I knew nothing of the Rainbow Bridge. And everybody was sending me this thing. I'm like, oh, that was cool. The listeners, I should read whatever. I was like, I wanted to go on the air the next day and yell at everybody. Like, why did you do that to me? Like, I'm getting over that. I'm trying to get past this. This only made it worse.
I don't want these feelings anymore.
Right.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics. And earlier this morning, we were talking about this owl that has been dive bombing people at McCollum Park in Everett. And Rob from North Bend, you have been attacked by owls before.
What?
Yeah, I have. I've been attacked 3 times.
In the same day, or like was this 3 separate occurrences?
No, I've been a trail runner my whole life, and they'll like come out of the blue, like you're running in the dusk, and you'll just feel like something just smack you right in the top of the head.
So, is there a certain time that you notice that it's happening? Like, is it nighttime, or is it like? I mean, I've never met someone who's been attacked by an owl once, let alone 3 times.
It happens at dusk.
Okay.
Because they can't see as well, and you'll kind of look like a rodent running across, like a rodent or animal running across the trail.
Oh, so they're trying to like grab you and eat you.
Oh yeah, one took the hat right off the top of my head.
No
way. The top of my head. Yeah.
Did you get your hair grabbed by any of them?
No, I've had one hit me. The last one was New Year's Eve actually, and it hit me right in the shoulder. And then the one before that just came and took the hat right off the top of my head. He tried to grab me, and
hats ain't cheap. I'd be so pissed.
Do you resemble a mouse of any sort, or do you have big ears or something? No, I'm just kidding.
It's funny you said, because I'm like, maybe they're not attacking me. I'm not running around at dusk time, but I'm bald, so maybe they don't think I'm an animal because there's no hair on my head.
Oh,
well, I'm usually running with a hat on, so it's like
weird.
That's so crazy.
We finally met someone who's been attacked by an owl.
Doesn't sound like fun.
No, it doesn't sound like fun at all. I also always thought, considering how many like owl pellets I had to dissect back in school, that I would encounter a lot more owl pellets in my life. I've never seen one, not in my yard, never.
Is owl pellets, is that like a euphemism for poop?
Yeah, what's happening?
No, it's like what they cough up. It's like how cats cough up like hairballs. Owls will cough up an owl pellet, and inside of it is like usually little bones.
Did you think that we knew what you were talking about?
What school did you go to?
I like how you just said it so nonchalant, like as if we knew what an owl pellet was.
You did not. You didn't ever dissect owl pellets in
No,
school?
no, we didn't mess with owls.
Well, maybe that's why I've never been attacked by one, is because they know.
Folks just don't
But I'm very good with pellets.
Oh, we dissected frogs.
Yeah, we did that too.
And you did owls?
Owl pellets. It's like it basically they cough up all like the bones and stuff of the prey that they've devoured, and so you'll get like little mouse bones and things like that.
Why would you do that?
Science.
That is
Then you
weird.
put the critter back together.
Do you really?
Yes, this is what we did.
That kind of does sound like fun.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Again, I really thought I'd see a lot more owl pellets in my life. I only ever saw them in the classroom.
I honestly thought you were talking about like owl droppings and that they're called owl pellets. I was like, okay.
I thought she was talking about owl food. Like, I thought you could go to like the farm store and get like an owl pellet to feed them.
Oh, boy.
We are stupid.
No.
For many reasons, but this is definitely one of them. Owl pellets.
Yes. Well, this is information that might change the way some people eat bananas. And I say some people because I hate bananas, so this will not affect me at all. But why will this information change the way you will eat bananas? Find out at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
Scientists are apparently advising wash your bananas before eating them.
Is this a euphemism?
I had the same thought at first, Steve Migs. Because I know, like, you and Danny, you don't wash your feet in the shower, but I was I wonder if they wash their bananas.
Don't get it twisted. Like, I spend a lot of time washing my banana.
Actually, me too.
Yeah. I'd say that like 90% of the shower is spent scrubbing the banana.
Yeah.
Is it just so dirty?
No, it's just what you do. Like, look at the charts on the internet. Just Google it.
Yeah.
Look at like a percentage of what guys wash on their body in the shower. It's like a joke, but it's. I think every guy agrees. Like, you spend the most time scrub, and then everything else real quick.
Yeah.
And then scrub again.
And then go back to it. Scrub. And it's not for fun reasons. It's just what you do.
Well, there's science. There's science involved. Washing your bananas before you eat them. Here's the news report on why.
News you can use for 2025. You're supposed to wash your bananas before you eat them.
Why?
Like the ladies was like, why? And all the fellas like, yeah, we know.
Why would you do that?
Comes with its own carrying case. Fruit and vegetable scientists say banana skins are filled with bacteria.
Everything's filled with bacteria.
Who's the grumpy guy in the background? Everything's filled with bacteria.
He said it in like slow-mo.
You sound like the grumpy grandpa.
Everything's filled with bacteria.
Because so many hands touch them during harvesting, packing, shipping, washing bananas can also remove pesticide residue.
There you go. Everything's filled with bacteria.
So this is after you peel it?
Apparently.
That would be weird eating a wet banana.
Or are they talking about, are they just, no, I think they're talking,
Just picture that in your mouth, though. Like, bananas are such a weird consistency, and then if it's wet.
I think they're talking about washing the peel. Because it's been touched so much and that it maybe like penetrates into the other side of the banana. You think they want you to wash the soft part of the banana?
Well, why wash the peel? Because you're going to unpeel it anyway.
But
So now you
maybe
just wash something that you're not even going to consume.
I'm thinking it's because you're touching the peel with your hands and now the stuff that's on the peel is on your hands and now you're touching said banana.
You don't lick the wrapper, Steve?
Wait a second. Who eats a banana that way? I'm still holding the peel while I'm eating the banana. I don't like unpeel the whole thing and then put my hand on the banana and then just eat it.
Again, I don't eat bananas because I think they're disgusting, so I don't know.
What did a banana ever do to you?
It's
Do
a
I have to bring in a banana? You have to show us where it hurt you?
Oh, no. It's a textural thing, Steve. I cannot stand the texture of a banana. And also watching people eat bananas is very awful.
Wait, do you have a problem with people eating hot dogs?
No.
What?
It's the same thing.
What about
It's all
popsicles?
nasty. It's that even watching the texture happening in someone else's mouth. That's not my favorite.
What about frozen banana?
No.
No?
But if it's in like a smoothie or something, we're fine. Because then I'm not having to deal with the actual banana.
Banana bread?
Oh, no.
Chocolate covered bananas?
No.
Banana chips?
No.
They're not the same texture. They're hardened.
I don't really honestly, I don't really love the flavor either.
Huh.
I'm just not a banana girl.
I feel like maybe we should wet a banana and see if that changes it for you.
Yeah, we should.
We're going to make the banana moist from
Yes.
moistened banana.
Picture this, if you will. Okay. What if on your birthday party's coming up pretty soon? What is that, like the
January 19th,
January
baby.
19th.
Tony V's and Everett.
At Tony V's in Everett? What if all of us showed up eating bananas?
Oh my God, that would be so offensive. Ryan Castle used to just bring bananas and put them on my desk at work just to upset me.
What if everyone who came to the party, we handed them all a banana?
Oh,
And
guys.
are you coming out like it's like a party? Like you're gonna like there's gonna be like a big entrance for you or something like that?
idea.
Like, Because all of a sudden you walked into the club and all of us were just holding bananas, cleaned ones, of course. We washed them.
And then eating them very close to her.
Yes.
And we only have banana-flavored drinks.
It's a potassium party.
You guys, please don't.
What if I dress up as a banana?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you hold up a sign that says, Taryn, I'm pregnant.
All right, I'm in.
I think we got to go
keeps
for a
getting
different
better.
theme, you guys. A pro hockey player had something strange pop out of his pants during a game.
A wet banana?
What was it? We will tell you during the Daily Migs download after Green Day.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. And I don't know if you know much about the world of the KHL. It's not the NHL. That's the National Hockey League. The KHL is the Continental Hockey League. And it's primarily in like Russia, China. They have some teams, Kazakhstan as well. But it's a pro hockey league. Some players end up like leaving the NHL if they're kind of done doing the NHL and they go there or whatever it may be. Strange incident happened with one of the players, their forward, Nikita Dynyak. While he's playing and he's on the ice and he's in the middle of a play, his cell phone popped out of his pants. I don't know why he had his cell phone on him. It seems like a strange thing to do. The referee, actually, you see the video. It's pretty funny. He retrieved the phone and skidded it over to the bench like as if like he dropped his hockey stick. The opposing team coach was trying to get him a penalty for having saying, hey, that's illegal equipment. And then they didn't give him a penalty for that. And his team ended up losing anyway. I don't know if it was because he had a cell phone in his pocket, but definitely one of the stranger things that have happened in pro sports.
Maybe he was expecting an important call.
Could be. Or maybe he was in the middle of TikToking.
That could be it, too. There's a 32-year-old man from St. Louis who got stuck in the snow near a parking garage, and then a very nice Good Samaritan came to help him out. Well, the Good Samaritan ended up robbing him, pulled a gun, demanded his car keys, so the victim took off running, ended up calling the police, but then when they went in to check on it, the car was untouched. So the authorities are still searching for the suspect.
So I saw this story about Amazon. I don't know if you heard the latest thing where they're telling all their employees to go back to work. And honestly, at first, my first thing was like, whatever. Like, that's your own problem. I don't care. Like, I have to go to work. You should go to work, too. Who cares? Like, or if that's for your business once, until I started realizing it's also going to impact traffic. And I'm like, you shouldn't let those people go back to work. They should be able to work from home.
Yeah, give the people what they want.
Well, a bunch of them Amazon employees have returned to the office for their first full week this week since 2020. This is part of their CEO. He's trying to have a better collaboration with the employees, but it's also meant an impact on traffic because there's about 50,000 employees that are going back to work, which means they're getting back on the road, which is only going to cause more traffic issues.
It's already bad enough. There's an invasive Japanese beetle that is wreaking havoc on Washington's agriculture and gardens. This is most particularly in Yakima, Benton, and Franklin counties, where this beetle has been rapidly multiplying since 2020. The beetle has damaged over 300 plant species so far, and this includes hops. Stay away from our hops, grapes, and corn. So this is a big, significant threat to the regional economy for that area.
So beer, wine, and popcorn.
Right? Like, we're screwed, people. The officials for our state have launched an eradication plan. We just were able to do this with the murder hornets. So now we're going to try to eradicate the Japanese beetle. But they're saying it could take a decade due to how rapidly it is spreading. Plus, they have to get consent from property owners to go on and, spray for these things. It's crazy.
Well, maybe they could help the Kraken out. Eradicate the teams that they play because the Kraken cannot seem to find a way to win. They lost to the New Jersey Devils 3-2. The Devils goalie, Jacob Markstrom, he was just stopping everything yesterday. It was a tough one for the Seattle Kraken. But up next for them, they're off to Columbus to take on the Blue Jackets. That's happening on Thursday night. So hopefully things get a little bit better there. As far as weather, we're going to be hitting a high of 48 degrees. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.